All right. How is it possible folks are already in here? I just hit the button and all you motivated poets pour in. So, way to go. Hey, guys, I'm wearing a helmet because it happened to be sitting beside me and I like to party. So, this is Sam. Sam, say what's up.
What's up?
That was fantastic.
Just like we rehearsed.
Well, all right. Hey, when I say what's up, I want you to say that. Sam, sup.
What?
What?
Line?
Line? I just gave you the line, man. Hey guys, we haven't done a live video in quite a while. What we're going to talk about tonight, we'll do some Q&A stuff. I've got Sam back here. He's not being antisocial. He'll be in this, but really he's monitoring comments as well. So as you guys, if you find something that's really interesting, maybe you may shout it out. But before we get to a bunch of questions and be distracted by that, I wanted to go over some stuff. First off, we are in Louisiana right now. I'm going to talk in this video about what went horribly wrong today in Louisiana. We'll do some Q&A stuff. We'll look at the goodie box and we'll have thoughts on the movie Shooter. If you'll look right here over my shoulder, you'll see the movie Shooter playing, and Marky Mark and his funky bunch and all of his masculine glory will be behind. So when they when they do something particularly awesome, or Mark Wahlberg takes his shirt off, Sam, I'll let you spin around right there. What do you say?
Actually, I'll just watch the live feed and I'll be able to see it.
See it, because you're too lazy
That's
to
right.
turn around and see it. He'll turn around. He'll turn around for that scene. He really will. What do you think about the movie Shooter?
It's pretty entertaining. It's definitely Hollywood. It's
We'll talk about that in a
Right.
moment, especially when something prompts us. As soon as Mark Wahlberg starts clearing rooms or doing something and it's him slaying a bunch of folks, maybe we'll turn it around and comment a little bit. So anyway,
Somebody just asked, why did you bring your helmet and NVGs with you to Louisiana?
because we like to, I literally,
Wait, you don't bring your helmet and NVGs? To
I did.
Louisiana?
I brought
No,
my helmet.
them.
And the better question is, well, first off, America. Second off,
Right.
why wouldn't you? Because again, and circular, I know, but America again. No, the range that we're shooting at, we have the capability to train at night, and so there's not a lot of places where you can run and gun late into the night without people calling the cops because whatever. So if we got motivated, we all brought our night vision stuff. So after a long day of shooting, maybe if we were particularly motivated, we could go run and gun with some buddies out owning the darkness.
Or at least rent.
I just said, or renting the darkness, leasing it. It depends on the going rate for the darkness. What we do then, there's that cheesy dad joke, poet sense of humor coming out. I just can't stop it. Once against better judgment, in the back of my head is, don't say that dumb comment. People aren't gonna like it, and then I just do it anyway.
Let's not comment on the Syrian airstrikes. How about we don't talk about that?
Fair enough. Very good. Hey, what went wrong? So right now we're in Louisiana. The idea is I'm doing 4 days of pistol training down here. Pistol 1, Pistol 2, Pistol 3. Sam works for a night vision company, so he is a night vision guru. He's an old buddy. We've been running and gunning together for a very long time. He's a vet. He's a buddy, but he's doing assistant instructor work for me. So anyway, helping me watch the line and square folks away, make some more dangerous protectors out there, better warrior poet. So he's been doing a adequate-ish job.
I'm a solid average.
Solid average. I mean, a solid C minus, C plus ish work out there, right?
Passing. You can get into college with that.
Yeah.
A community college.
So a lot of the students said, "Hey man, that's Sam. He is absolutely mediocre." What do you think about that? Nobody said that, but maybe in their hearts. So anyway, we're in Louisiana. We're doing a bunch of pistol training. Real fun. Yesterday was our first day. It was a Pistol 1 class. Today was also a Pistol 1 class, and it was an absolute torrential downpour. We were watching on Doppler radar as of last night, and we were thinking, man, are we going to have to cancel this class? Now, my old alma mater is 2nd Ranger Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment. I would cut my teeth at Fort Lewis, Washington, special operations up there. So anyway, it was like, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. So all I knew was training in the rain, and it kind of gets me pumped up. As soon as it started As soon as the seal broke and the skies, the heavens started drizzling down, all of a sudden I looked at all these warrior poets gathered in our class. There's 18 guys, 17 guys.
Did you just assume their gender again?
Yes.
How dare you?
Dudes. There's dudes and there's gals, and that's it. Roger. Anyway, we had like 17 dudes today. That's a big class for me.
18.
And that, I mean, not ugh. That's good. I like training a bunch of people. Generally, I do. If I'm by myself, I teach 12. We cap it at 16, but there were some numbers problems. We ended up with 18. So anyway, around 11 o'clock, the bottom just drops out, and I got amped up at first because I'm like, dude, come on, let's go ahead and let the misery come down. How many of you guys want to insulate your lives so that you're comfortable every single moment? The problem with that, of always being comfortable and whatnot, and you're not just going getting muddy, soaking wet in the rain, training, throwing lead with a bunch of like-minded folks, is you're comfortable all the time. You never build any real life stories. And so I was kind of pumped about that until immediately, as I'm starting to get jazzed up, we're shooting in the rain, everyone's soaking wet already, then lightning just rips across the sky. And I'm like, yeah, there's tough, which is kind of like, hey, you hurt yourself, or you're tired, or you're hungry, or something. It's kind of like, suck it up, buttercup. You need to man up. I don't care if you're uncomfortable or in pain, and I care if I am. No, just kidding. I mean, there's a time where we got to suck it up, but there's a difference between tough and stupid. And as we're all standing out in a field, mobile objects holding metallic objects in a lightning storm, we thought better of it. So anyway, what? Well, it's not just polymer. You know there's some metal in there, right?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about these?
No.
No?
Not a thing.
Sorry, but you've seen pictures before.
All I know is the sound it makes when it takes a man's life.
Name that movie right now in the comments. Name that movie. The part we hold on to is polymer. Yes, Tony. Yes, it is.
Way.
Say what? As nobody said it yet. It's full of metal. Come on, guys. Tropic Thunder. There you go. That one guy. We're not saying that. And then Guns and Loaded came in. Marty Lee. Very good. All right, guys. Man, y'all were scaring me. I'm like, come on. Come on. You got to have my back. You got to get the movie quotes. What are y'all doing with your lives? Reading and getting jobs and spending time with your families? You need to reorient, unscrew yourself, reorient your priorities, and watch stupid movies like Tropic Thunder. It's all the essential classics.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Nacho Libre.
Yep.
Nacho Libre. Very good. I'm working, John. Yes, you are. Very good. So anyway, the bottom drops out, and here I've got 18 dudes. That a lot of guys travel from all over the place. Hours and hours across multiple states sometimes for these classes. So we end up in the classroom, and I'm teaching draw stroke, and there's a lot of stuff I can go in the classroom, but then it comes down to sling and lead, and I have to make the decision, and we're kind of sweating it too, of like, man, we want to take care of folks. And here it is, just downpouring, lightning and thundering. And every time I look out the window, like, all right, Sam, I think it's lightning up.
And I'm looking at the Doppler, and I'm like, no.
Just hopefully peeking through the blinds, and I'm like,
Association would.
I think it's lightning up, and like on cue, God would send a thunderbolt across the sky. And I'm like, oh, come on, that's 30 more minutes added to the clock. Because I don't know where 30 minutes determination came from. But anyway, it ended up being a little bit of a bust. And so I sit down 18 dudes, and I'm like, all right, guys, listen, I can refund, or we can go ahead and shift and do something else. What do you guys want? I mean, I can't get you out shooting anymore. You want some one-man room clearing tactics? You want some low-light stuff? You want me to teach you how to build a home defense plan from the ground up with some nasty surprises? And so anyway, we had a few different options. And so I'm like, first off, hey, no big deal. How many of you just want to call it a day, cut your losses, and get out of here? And out of 18 people, 0 people raised their hands. And they just stood up, and it's just kind of like a testament to the type of culture that we have. Folks that'll roll with the punches. Folks that are motivated about becoming better defenders and better protectors, which is something that just frankly amped me up, and all of them in spite of just our circumstances, which suck. No one, zero people wanted to cut their losses and just be like, you know what, this sucks. I'm bouncing. There's other stuff I can do. So we ended up taking over a indoor facility, and we worked room clearing stuff for the rest of the day. And I think we pulled it off. It was a good day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't a bust.
Well, it certainly wasn't a
Did the best we could
bust.
with what we had.
We've had some bigger home runs in Warrior Poet training history. But anyway, and everybody was pumped up. Everyone was amped up. We had a good time training, cutting angles, hamming it up. And I was able to, just answer direct questions and work through some different problems and talking about home defense scenarios and how it relates to one-man room clearing strategy. Some little tips and tricks and nasty stuff where I went force on force against the students in some areas. Anyway, it was just a really neat time, but I love the mental elasticity, the flexibility, the kind of roll with the punches, and just the good old general attitude, which makes our society, the Warrior Poet Society, all you 700 people that are watching in right now, really stand out. I mean, I'm proud. Shut up, man. I'm proud of us. Like, way to go. What?
Gerard is from Pistol One is asking for you to demonstrate a proper chokehold on me.
Gerard,
but I don't think we have time
Gerard,
for that.
good luck. No, we'll make time for that. Absolutely. What type of choke would you like? Can I get y'all want to see a neat choke? How would you like to do a rear naked choke one-handed? It's pretty sweet. How many of y'all here? Just so it's fair, Sam. So it's fair. No, so it's fair. How many of you? How many of you guys, yes or no, would like to see me choke Sam? So we'll let them vote, and so it's unbiased here. What do you say? You agree to the terms?
This is terrible.
This is awesome.
This is terrible.
Yes, do it now.
Oh,
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Choke him, bro.
You're getting inundated with yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Somebody say yay for that, and I'll do it. No yay for that, so I'm not going to do it.
I want these folks to realize they're asking,
nobody's saying it.
They're
Nobody's
watching
saying
a live video, and they want to see one dude choke another dude out
let's see. Rear
in
naked.
a hotel room.
Rear naked,
There's an
one-handed.
internet site for this, folks.
Yay for that. There it is. There it is. All right, front and center, Sam.
Less
You
talk,
got to do
more
it. You
jokes.
got to. All right, come here. Can we do it?
I'm
On your knees, assistant instructor. You're being paid.
I'm strangely
You're
uncomfortable with this.
All right, so
What's our safe word?
no safe word. Hit
What's
your
our
knees.
safe
Hit
word?
your knees. All right,
What's
very
our
good.
safe word?
This is awkward in a hotel. All right, first off, here you go. Come on, I'm not gonna kill you. If anybody's ever shrugging like that, what you can do is finger under nose, and then you pull back up, and you can get it right away, and be ready with this hand so that you can fish up under, and you're good to go. So
Such a
what?
bad idea.
What? It's a great idea.
wow.
But anyway,
All right.
next time somebody does that, you just rip that nose and go.
Let's get it over
right
with.
back, and it really sucks. All right, very good. So there's air chokes right here. There's blood chokes right here. Air is a slow way, and so really I don't care about taking away his wind. I care about taking away his blood. His trachea is going to go in the very center of my arm right here. My bicep goes into his carotid artery right here. Pop. And then this bone right here is cutting off the other blood from right here, just like so. You want to think of this as kind of like a lasso right here. This will go on top of your bicep here, and this arm goes behind his head like so. Now I'm going to squeeze in right here, really squeezing in from this side and flexing of the bicep like so to gather up that space like so. And already you should start feeling your blood. You feel your blood going out?
I want a pay raise.
Anyway, you should start feeling that blood already fading out, and that's real good. And the blood choke, good blood choke, you're going to be out in about 7 seconds. Real fun. So anyway, you sneak it in, and you're able to push the head down, and then flex the bicep, hit this in, squeeze and push down, and that's the way it works. But sometimes you're not going to have two hands available for that. So as you get this rear naked choke and say you can't get this other one, what you'll do is I'll take my head and basically take it to his shoulder right here. And I'll take this hand and put it behind my head, and I'm going to look that way, just like that. Once I've got that, now I'll just do the same flex right there. You feel the flex and the blood choke come in?
Now your bicep's tiny.
But it's not that tiny. It still works. Here we go. And then all I'll do is I'll look up. That was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, very uncomfortable.
But no. They said they needed it one more time. Everybody said, hey, one more time. All right, here we go. Back in. And again, down here behind the head. And then I'll flex, push this in, and the real torque he's talking about it hurt. I wasn't trying to do it hard. I wasn't trying to do it. It just comes down here, and once it's behind here on my head, one-handed, all I'll do is look up and at you guys. That's a good sport. You're a good sport. Good man, Charlie Brown.
Oh, God.
So everybody say yay for that. Everyone say thank you, John, and I'll say, hey, yay for that. You're welcome. And thanks, homeboy. I appreciate that. What if I
Wasn't in my job description.
I'm paying you for your time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so anyway, how about that? We'll add that. That was a neat little bonus. You never know what's going to happen in a Warrior Poet live stream. So anyway, yeah, all kinds of jokes out there. Real fun. So very good. All right, so anyway, that's what went wrong in Louisiana. I remember when we went to lunch, like to drive around a little fuel economy car when I take big road trips.
It's a Prius.
It's not
It's
a Prius.
We've
It's
been
not
over
a
this.
No, you can
It's
say that.
very
It's
poet, not very warrior.
It's
I
not.
balance it out with a ton.
All right. I'm not driving a tank, Roger, but it's certainly not a Prius.
Definitely a light armor vehicle.
But but anyway,
Very light.
the roads were what? I mean, there's like 10 inches of standing water, wasn't it?
In some of the areas,
Which isn't a big deal when I'm driving like an SUV or a truck. But all of a sudden, I hit this with my little car, my little Matchbox. So you can kind of. I love my car because you can fold it up, and then there's a. It's not a very. All right, let's do another joke. But yeah, you can fold my car up and there's a handle at the top and you can just carry it on. It's too big to carry on most planes, but you can just kind of walk around with my car. It's really convenient. And so I like that. But I did point out to all the guys, I'm like, all right, so right now in the parking lot, if somebody was going to break into your vehicles to find where the guns are, where the goods are, my vehicle's the very last one. And it's the honeypot.
I don't leave guns in my vehicle.
Yep, I know. But when we were at the range today, you certainly had a lot.
But I was basically there.
I know, but the context was at the range, right? Anyway, cool. And yeah, you shouldn't leave. If you wonder where felons get guns, it's not at the gun show loophole. That doesn't exist. That's a liberal lie. It's a very, very stupid one. You can't get guns without full background checks or concealed weapon permits. You have to follow the law. I literally know of 0 instances where that has not been universally the case, right? Where do felons get guns then? Because bad guys have guns. Where do they get them?
From the government.
I'm glad you asked, guys. Thanks for asking. They get them from your home. Let me guess you guys tuned in. Where are your guns? I'll break into your house and let me guess, they're in one of your drawers. They're somewhere near a nightstand, or maybe under bed, near mattress, under mattress kind of thing. One of those. Top shelf in a closet, right? And right there, I probably just in those 3, I got most of your guns out there.
Fast and Furious, nailed it.
Anyway, I got most of your guns right there. And some of you would be like, oh, he got me. I'm like, we're not so sneaky. We think we're so sneaky. Bad guys, that's the way their brains work, is to think about where it is. We think we're so clever. Like you go to the beach and you're going swimming.
I want to hide my
And
keys
so-
underneath my towel.
And so I'll take my wallet and I'll put it down inside my shoe. And what criminal mastermind, pray tell, would ever dream I hid it in such a secure, sneaky location? Of course, bad guys know.
It's like when
That's
your kids lie to
that's
you,
that's like
and you
bad.
know they're lying, and you're like, listen, I'm not really mad, just tell me what you did, because you can't pull a fast one on me, because I used to do that 20 years ago.
That's right. And Sam's probably still doing that now. He's kind of having Sam as an assistant instructor is kind of like having a really big kid. Is that fair?
Do you choke your kids?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes, I do. No, I don't. Please don't call DFAX or whoever. Is it DFAX? Anyway, so let's do thoughts on the movie Shooter. Here's a Shooter going on in the background. It's right there. And what do you guys think about the movie Shooter? Sam, you already said Sam loves the book. He said the book was really good,
Point of
and
impact
the
was-
movie has a lot of scenes that'll make shooters or pro-gun guys really cringe. Some of it's hilarious, some of it's okay, and a lot of it, it's just hilarious comic relief. But what I find funny isn't as necessarily approaching it as a gun guy. It's kind of like by the end of the movie, I'm looking at him like, whoa, hold on. everything was like self-defeated. Listen, the premise of the movie is he's framed for a murder he did not commit, right? It's been a long time.
Yes.
Anyway, he was framed for a murder he didn't commit. And so, in the process of clearing his name and showing his innocence, he kills scores of government employees and people in general. And up
Sounds like a
until
postal
up
worker.
until the end, where he literally breaks in a house and murders like 4 people. He murders them. He goes vigilante on them. And even if he had been justified in the beginning, by the end, it's irrelevant. Of kind of like if they went to a court, he'd be like, "Hey, you're right. Listen, listen. All right, we'll all rise, including Marky Mark and his funky punch. All rise." You didn't laugh at that? I thought that was funny.
Oh, were you telling a joke?
I said the joke. I nailed the
Here,
joke.
here,
Guys, tell
we'll
them.
We'll reset.
Tell
again.
him I nailed it. Look, Nathan Ivey just LOL'd. Boom. Nailed the joke. Right there.
Clearly
That
wasn't
just
laughing at
happened.
you.
It's okay. Go free for mass murder. But it's so funny how we can watch movies and we can fall so in love with a good guy or a bad guy or a character. And maybe it's Mark Wahlberg because he took his shirt off somewhere in the movie. But we'll fall so in love with it and get so caught up in their cause. We're like, wait just a second. He kind of murdered everybody. So it's a
America
bit
loves
self,
a
it's a
happy
bit
ending.
self-defeating. Even if the guys were really bad villains, we still, you got your due process, and you got to take them to court. You don't fall to the level of the bad guys, right? That's what make us good guys. So anyway, I just thought that was funny. Those are my initial thoughts on the movie Shooter. It's a good enough movie to watch for some entertainment value, but it's kind of like what's up?
Gabriel Cosmos, take your shirt off.
Take your
Nobody wants to see that bird chest.
Hey, I'm gonna work on it, buddy. You back off. I've been working on this guy right here for a little while. That's my lame explanation, lame excuse. But touche. I asked today in class. You want to become a holistic protector, defender of folks, right? That's kind of our goal. When I was in a different background, military guy, I worked out twice a day, every day, for almost every day for a very, very long time. Part of my job was to be in really, really good shape. Be able to carry heavy things up mountains without fatigue and still hit objectives like you're fresh, and that was part of my job. Now I'm supposed to be a dad, a couple boys, and run a business. And man, we got to pay taxes. Holy cow. Hey, here's some good news. Warrior Poet Society
Here
did
we go.
really, really well today. Yeah, well, Warrior
Right
Poet
for that.
Society, thanks to you guys, we did well this year. We're kind of new on the scene, and I think the society and the whole ethos, it struck a nerve because there's a ton of us out there. I think there's a ton of us where there's so many folks in just kind of the gun world that feel like, feel like, carrying a gun, you're supposed to have this John Wayne persona that we don't have permission to just kind of be, we're regular people. We're dudes. I'm not the we're not what am I trying to say? John Rambo's, and John Wayne's, stoic and unfeeling. We're trying to be good dads. We're just normal people, right? Now, yeah, I was a, door kicker, a little while ago, but still, I mean, even then, I was still just, in my estimation, still just a normal guy. But that's us. We're real people, and we're trying to live balanced lives. So now, kind of where I'm coming from is I want to be real responsible armed citizen. I want to be a very good protector. But in a world of guns, which I teach, and carry guns, what is the type of fitness that, in the context of being a civilian concealed carrier, what is the fitness that is really rewarded in a gunfight?
Fitness cheeseburger in my mouth.
Fitness cheeseburger in my mouth. I'd say the number one level of fitness you need is agility. Now, as a soldier, I'm going to say endurance. You need endurance. If you want to be a cop, man, some endurance is be good. I'd like a little bit of power to intimidate some bad guys, for subduing, and it'd be pretty cool to have some power right there. And you need some agility too. Me personally, I'm all about, I want raw, nasty speed and agility. And that's, to be agile, light on your feet, to be able to duck down behind the corner, take a knee, smoothly and quietly ascend a stairwell, and have the flexibility to move, jump up on tables, and move just kind of streak lightning when you want to turn that switch. So speed and agility. And I think that's the stuff that happens in a world of guns. Great, I'm so excited you have an 800-pound bench press, but the bullet through your head just doesn't care. Anyway, so while you're thinking about fitness, and that's fantastic, it's cool to put on some bulk and put on some whatever. But if this is your central system here, let's focus. Let's make sure as we're gaining strength that we don't do it at the expense of our flexibility, our agility, and our speed. So whatever you're doing in the realm of fitness, make sure you don't leave that stuff out. Right? I'm not saying don't, I'm not saying, hey, I think strength's good. I think strength's important. That's awesome. Fantastic, especially based on your context. But there you go. How do you like the TLR7? I really like the TLR7. I really like the TLR8. As soon as I have a holster for it, I will be carrying it regularly. This is Sam's gun. It's an X300 on a Gen 3 Glock 9. Oh, it is. It's a Gen 4 Glock 19 with a Unity Adams slide right there and an RMR 3 1/4 MOA on an adjustable LED only. So there's that gun. So, man, I can just feel how much more your gun likes my hand than yours.
Well, actually, that's my girlfriend's gun. She has a cooler gun than most people do. I do have some other guns in the box of goodies.
Yeah. Very good. So, guys, what we've done, I think we covered the real content. Oh, Sam's goodie box. Hey, Sam, what have you got for us?
Well, first and foremost...
Get off your butt. Show us some stuff. Here's a neat little helmet with some ATAC helmet liner.
Yeah, that's the new pattern from ATAC's gear store, or called ATAC's IX Intermediate Extreme. It is arguably the most effective camouflage pattern in the Southeast, where I happen to hunt most of the time. But that's an MTech carbon ballistic helmet from the good folks at MTech Helmets.
And these will let you see through walls?
And underwear. Yes.
That's awesome. Fantastic. So cool. Yeah.
The old TNVC Mohawk Mark 1 on the back.
Ooh, I love this thing. Yeah, that thing's awesome right there.
The Unity Tactical Mark and Sarah system for
There's
my
the Sarah system by
combs.
Unity. Just like Unity did this slide. Your Swordens.
It's got a Wilcox G24 mount on the nods.
Yup.
And then near and dear to my skull is the 4D 0G pad system. If you guys have helmets and you want to breathe some new life into them, or really improve your quality of life, the 0G pad system is, man, I probably shouldn't even say this on your channel. You're way too wholesome for me to say my ad spiel about it. But
It's all right. Yeah, they don't care that much. Hey, there's something. Give us something else real quick.
all right.
Thumbnail's creepy. Sorry, brother. All right, show us something else. Show us a goodie. Hurry, because I want to get to Q&A stuff for
Talk
them.
about night vision. More night vision.
Phantom
stuff
of the Opera versus Evita. Malcolm, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know what got into me, but like a few days ago, me and my wife, while we're repainting, we just moved to a new house. Actually, an old house that we've owned for a while, we moved back into. Not that y'all care, but anyway, we're painting and fixing it back up, and I just was in a Phantom of the Opera mood. So a few of the scenes were like, especially with Gerard Butler, I can't believe he pulled that role off. Who would have thought Gerard
I can safely
Butler?
say that I've never said to another dude, anybody.
It was a
for that
great
matter,
movie.
I'm in a Phantom of the Opera kind of mood.
I like Evita more.
If I do, please put one craniocular.
All right, show us some other stuff,
right.
and then we're getting to Q&A because you're falling behind on questions. All right, what do you got?
Good Lord, man. So the tried and true PVS 22 clip-on night vision system. This sits in front of a day optic, so it doesn't change your dope, and it allows you.
Dope is drugs. Sorry, I was just helping.
Your dad jokes is drugs. That's what that is.
That's
a
not
bad
bad.
drug.
That's not
But it
bad.
doesn't change your dope or anything like that. You get no, or should get minimal point of impact shift, and it allows you to keep your day optic and shoot your day optic once the sun goes down.
Guys, you can get these at CVS Pharmacy. They'll run you around $39.99, $45. They're nothing. I mean, what do these cost?
With the Warrior Poet coupon
With
code.
the coupon code, walk into any CVS pharmacy and say, "Give me the special ITAR controlled clip-on for $40." What do these run?
Right, and they're gonna get on the internet. Security,
Yeah.
got another meth head trying
All
to
right,
rob the
maybe
pharmacy again.
slightly more than $40, and it's possible some CVS's may be sold out of them.
Yeah,
There
clip-on
you go.
devices.
All right,
are
show us
very
one
expensive.
more thing. Show us something you wear now, and not like dirty underwear or something.
Oh, I don't actually wear underwear, so. you'll have to worry about
Fantastic,
that.
because now you guys know that. All right, very good. This, I know this belt. This is VTech, Viking Tactics, our friend Kyle Lamb, the legend. Let's see, you got some mechanics gloves. Here is his belt. This is a cool belt right here. HSGI tacos, and he hung this. Kim lights on there, which looks cool and probably is cool. If someone else did it. Some Glock magazines and a medical kit, which is inferior to mine. Now, what is this?
That's a Dark Angel medical.
Oh, I actually love Dark Angel.
yeah,
Dark
that's-
Angel Medical
That's his dark
has,
light kit.
yeah, Dark Angel has great great medical kits, and they have great training that is coupled with it. They're friends. I really like Dark Angel stuff. Then you got a pouch for multi-tools over here, and then a gun right here. So there's his belt. Let's see if I can lay it all out for you.
Glock 17 with the Boresight Solutions package.
Pretty groovy. All right. Well, cool. Thanks, man. All right. There's the goodie box. Sam, what have you got for us for questions?
Man, there's been a lot of good questions. I wanted to touch on one that I don't remember who asked it, but somebody posted up that there's actually a TV series now on Shooter starring Ryan Philippe and Omar Epps, and it's actually it's really good. I've watched the first season and a half.
Hold on. Wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Quiet. We got to watch Marky Mark kill this dude. Watch him. Look at him with their wonderful camo jobs.
Oh yeah.
You go dark on the ridges and light inside.
And then in the neck. Oh, in the neck.
Oh, he's down.
Yes.
He's down. Now, hold on.
You can do it, Marky
Let
Mark.
me point something out. This is a big epic fail. Where his spotter is looking, he's always looking at Mark Wahlberg, which means he's not pulling security elsewhere. And he's pointing the gun at Mark Wahlberg. It's not a big deal, but look, he's always looking at the guy he's supposed to be pulling security on, which means he's pulling very poor security.
Now he's about to go kill a handicapped person.
Yep. Here he is, setting some charges. Look, and possibly the worst camo job I've ever seen. All right, guys. What are some other questions? Oh, you were saying
The TV series Shooter. It's good. It's a good series. I like it because the actors actually went out to Utah and trained with a guy named Buck Doyle at Follow Through Consulting, who runs a fantastic training program. He teaches like long range gunfighting. It's not like a precision course, but it's like long range gunfighting. So SPR DMR kind of stuff, and he teaches it in an area in Utah where the winds are just kicking 30 miles an hour in these canyons. It's beautiful. It's rugged. It's wild, and these actors actually went out there, got their hands dirty in the dirt, training next to dudes like you, and learned actually how to do it. So when they're doing it on the show, they sort of know what they're talking about.
That's fantastic. Good. I appreciate when actors put in the time to do their research. And I think folks that even aren't in the gun know appreciate it too. They can tell the difference with smooth competency, which is cool. So anyway, what else?
Buck Doyle's in Teasdale, I believe Teasdale, Utah.
Okay. Questions?
Oh, here we go. Milled side for RMR. Is it better to place the rear sight in front or behind the RMR? I have my own.
What do you think? What do you think?
I don't care.
I'm with Sam. I
Sight.
just give a rip.
Yeah.
One thing when it comes to iron sights with red dots. One thing I hate is something really high for an absolute co-witness. I hate the co-witness. So
Somebody's like, hey, what nods do you have there? We have sentinels.
yeah,
Sentinels.
suppressor height sights are good. I don't care whether rear sight is in front of or behind. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, here's a question. Trying to smile. Do you like EOTechs by Drew H?
Let's see. I like Voodoo's. They're
I think
variable
they're
optics.
talking about holographic red dot.
If I'm going a holographic red dot, I would far rather have a aim point. Even with some of the kind of scandal with EOTech getting sued and some embellishments regarding parallax and some failure points in extreme cold temperatures, I think EOTechs are really good sights. They'll get the job done. If you have an EOTech, and I'm an aim point guy, and Sam, you're an aim point guy
Pretty much.
as well, I don't think you have to trade in your EOTech. EOTech's good. I don't like the reticle so busy, but they'll even make single dots. That exists. But anyway, I don't like the busy circle as much for up close CQB. Anyway, I think EOTechs are fine. Should I say with Bush? No. Bushnell Halo? No.
Here's one for you, and somebody's asked this already. Phil Peterson, I think this is his second time asking. When are you going to do another part 2 of the AR-15 discussion that the three of us, me, you, and Don did?
One thing is I want to move me and Don farther away so Sam has less volume. I know he wasn't mic'd last time. Budget cuts. But I want to kind of
Stop
completely.
paying so many taxes.
And I'm thinking, man, dude, we are getting creamed on taxes. Just know, guys, that the federal government is doing just fine with money. I say that we're not in crushingly horrible debt, but it's not because I didn't pay them some money. I did my part.
John Lovell, a diet video. He's on that. John Lovell has a bird stomach, folks. John Lovell can't finish a normal man's breakfast to save his life.
I don't eat a lot, and
it's how he stays agile.
I just don't eat a lot. I forget, man. I get so into my work and concentrate on what I'm doing. I'll forget to eat. I just miss meals. I don't think about it. I'll eat when there's food there, but I get hungry. I just don't really care. Best tactical underwear. Next question. I do have a high metabolism. All right, what else?
What went wrong in Louisiana? Nothing.
Oh, you gotta watch. You
gotta
watch the front. You gotta watch the first part of the video. But I was supposed to teach a class today, and I had a whole bunch of dudes travel from all over the place to attend that class today, and we got completely thunderstormed out, and so we had to improvise, and we did, and we pulled it off, and everybody was happy, which made me happy, and they walked away with value. But it was.
Those guys didn't even know. We didn't know what we were doing. It was awesome.
You guys just confident. People tend to enjoy
PVS 15s versus PVS 31s. Both of them.
No, they're not both bad. They're good.
They're
He's just got a man crush on his Sentinels. Anyway. All right, go ahead. Hollison for a budget optic? Yeah, I think Hollison's good to go for a budget optic. Do you agree?
Actually, I do. Hollison's, they have a new pistol optic. It's the same footprint as an RMR that's supposed to be legit.
Black Hawk International's asking, John, give us a no BS assessment on your PSA rifle. Have you beat on it? Listen, Palmetto State builds apparently or pretty good stuff, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. I bought something. I bought a rifle from them. It was my very first PSA purchase, and the recoil impulse is janky weird. I hate that rifle because of it. Though I recognize if all of a sudden I had to pick it up and defend myself with it, I think I'd do just fine. I think the rifle would work just fine. I bet it's going to be reliable. I've shot it a fairish amount, but I really just don't like the recoil impulse. Yes, I could, monkey around with stuff and hopefully work that off and change buffer springs and see what that is, and maybe monkey with the gas system. And I don't know, but I don't care. I don't want to work with it. I want to buy a rifle and it be done because I'm not a mechanic and I don't care to
Hey,
play
Todd.
around with parts. I just want to buy a rifle. It works so that I can get to what I want to do, and that's, uh, you know, blood, sweat, and clears, right?
There was a. Let's
So
see.
anyway, I think Palmetto State's great. Now I've heard too many people to ignore, too many buddies in the industry, too many really good shooters that have PSA rifles and they love them. And I've shot other people's PSAs and they were just fine. It was just like any other rifle. It
Buy
cost.
PSA lowers for cheap people.
Yeah, and so here's one good thing, especially for PSA. Here's a trick to more of a budget rifle. If you're gonna skimp on the lower. Buy a cheaper lower, not like crap. You still want adequate furniture, so you don't have to do all those upgrades. But you can get a little bit of a more of a budget lower, and then put a nicer upper receiver in BCG, and that can be really good.
Somebody was asking about my belt. It is not a Ronin Tactics belt. It's a Viking
No.
Tactics Raise belt.
So that design, that design's everywhere. A lot of people have that design. Bluff of Gear has that. Ronin has that. Kyle Lamb has that, and a dozen others have that design. So it's kind of like Molly Webb. So anyway,
Somebody's asking about backup iron sights. Backup iron sights.
backup iron sights. We all have to
do you
have them,
have-
and we never use
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But you should still have them. But man,
Can you remember the last time you used your iron sights?
um,
Other than when you were like, I'll zero these things.
no, because I was about to say I use my iron sights all the time when I zero a new optic and I co-witness my
Right.
iron sights and then I test them.
But
and
I mean, the last time you actually had to use irons.
never,
No.
just
Pepperidge.
almost virtually never,
Pepperidge Farm
virtually
doesn't
never.
even remember.
And now these optics and whatnot are so ridiculously tough. Unless you like shoot them with a bullet, they keep working. And even if you had to just kind of use it as a ghost ring, you could probably do.
Somebody's
all right.
asking about the Vortex Razor HD 1-6. It's a great optic, especially for the price. The eye box and eye relief is really forgiving. I recommend the mill reticle, not the JM1 reticle or the MOA reticle.
Yep.
When you start actually using it at 6x and you start shooting targets, at 500-600 meters away, that's the reticle you want.
What is the proper way to zero an optic? Nathan, I need to just do a video on zeroing guns. All right, let's cherry pick a few more of these and then call it
Any
night.
tips for EOD school? Well, I'm not an EOD tech, and neither are you, so.
No, here's this though,
Don't they
because
tell
you
you
can
to?
speak to something. And do y'all see the meme where there's a guy working on explosive ordnance bomb maker, and somebody comes up behind him with a paper bag, and they're about to do that? I think that's every time I think EOD, I think about that. Anyway, hey, all these military schools recognize there's a certain game behind it all. Don't take it too serious. I mean, take it seriously, but in the back of your head, be like, don't take it too personally. Try to laugh at your misery in the game. Play it. Be the gray man. Don't try to be the biggest stud in the class, and certainly don't be the biggest dud. When you go on a group run, you don't want to be in the big. You don't want to be the first place, and you don't want to be the last place. You want to be gray man in the middle. And there will be time to distinguish yourself later, but don't draw attention while you're going through these Army schools and rites of passage. Be the gray man, and all you military guys will be like, amen, man, that's good wisdom. And some of you guys who are like, one day I want to be in the military, and I'm going to be the best in basic training ever. I'm like, you tell me how that works out for you, buddy. You're going to draw fire. You do not want the drill sergeants to know your name. They all knew my name. Everyone knew my name. It's Lovell. My name is Lovell. He should know. But anyway, I got in so much trouble because I just couldn't stop smiling. I thought the whole experience was hilarious. Basic training, AIT. What wasn't funny was RIP. What was not funny at all was my first few weeks in Ranger Battalion. Nothing was funny about that. That hurt a lot. So fixed blade or general blade. It depends on what you want. Like we just rolled out some custom knives for Warrior Poet Society. They're ridiculously expensive, and as for like hunting or general survival, custom knife, really, really high quality. Holy cow, they're real cool collector's items. They're very expensive. They're really high quality. They're not like what I recommend for like fighting. You don't get one of these because like this is gonna save your life when you're in the thick of it. For fighting, I want like that Colonel Blade we sell on our website. I believe it. That thing is awesome. Comes with a tactical pin, and it's a fixed blade, and you can basically just hold in your hand and almost box with that fixed blade. That Colonel Blade. $70 for the knife, the Colonel Blade, that gnarly looking awesome thing on my website. I'll provide a link below when this video is over. Check out my website, warriorpoetsociety.us. Look at the Colonel Blade, and it comes with a tactical pin, which this is not. This is a hotel pin. A tactical pin and the knife for like $70. Holy cow, that's awesome. So that's what I like, and that's technically a fixed blade that I like for fighting. Then for everyday carry, I have a folder, a cheap folder that's for working. One's for fighting, one's for working. And I usually don't even carry a fighting knife on me because I have a thing of lethal force already. So some people kind of live out that pipe dream, and it could possibly happen where I couldn't get to my gun and I grabbed this, and man, I've just lived through some pretty gnarly stuff, and it's never come down to that. And if it's come down to that too, if man, it's martial arts and
tomahawk.
I did not carry a tomahawk. But we had some funny stories about when we were going on really scary missions, and you always trying to make sure you're right because you never really know whether you're gonna burn in. And so when missions were particularly scary, you see guys start adding some stuff to their equipment. Sometimes you have a whole bunch more magazines. So like your 4 mags here and then one in the gun. And you're like 5 mags for this. And then you like get some intel that it seems like the Taliban will be there. All of the Taliban. And you're like, no! So you just load up. You expect you're like whole bunch. I remember one mission I took 11 mags on, and it was a dry hole. Nothing was there. It was like some dude and his goat, like way to go. But I have 11 mags.
So you shot him.
I didn't shoot anyone, and we did
Only 10
nothing.
mags.
We wasted a bunch of time on that mission. But some guys would be like have throwing knives on their kit. Usually not more senior guys,
I
or
carried
like
brass
throwing
knuckles.
tomahawk, and I'm like, you nerds.
I carried some brass knuckles.
And
on
there'd
my
be like
vest.
after action reviews, and I'm like, man. It seems obvious why we made it home. It was because of Nelson's tomahawk. Everybody give Nelson a round of applause. It's just so screwing with him. And the next mission, no tomahawk. So anyway, that's the younger guys living out their pipe dream. Because you see it in the movie. You see, you were with Steven Seagal in Under Siege. It was pop, 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 knife throw to the face.
He's a SEAL.
Yeah.
He's a cook. But he's
Way
a SEAL.
to go, buddy. That's what we were doing in Ranger. That's special operations. You're like, shut up, dude. That's so funny. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and end on that. 48 minutes after I've taught all day for 2 days. That's not bad, but so anyway, hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the society. Thanks for being a part of it. It means a lot to me. And thanks for putting up with Sam. A lot of people, they can't put up with Sam. Who can handle that? And for you guys who are really just watching over the shoulder to see whether Mark Wahlberg took his shirt off, kudos to there you are. Yay for that. So anyway, train hard, train smart, guys. I'll see you next time. Cool. And we are 3, 2, 1. I can't hit the button.